Yes, I'm touching it. It's fine, okay? I'm gonna live longer because of it. That's how I beat COVID too. Lots of controversial topics right now. Welcome back to the channel. I was getting ready to load some logs in my dump trailer and I thought, you know what? It's been about 6 months since I redid the sides behind me. And I wanted to give you guys an update because you may remember we used our own proprietary blend of just some white vinegar here. You remember we had some fun in that video. And we put it on these top boards here, which were actually non-pressure treated wood from your big box store. And behind me, as you can see, they appear to be doing pretty well, but how well? Let's take a look. One question I got multiple times on that video is why in the world would I even buy non-pressure treated wood? Why not just buy the pressure treated wood, use that, and not bother with the stuff that I actually put on here? And I answered that question in the video, and it all came down to supply. The big box store didn't have what I needed. I wanted 2x10s. I had 2x12s on here, and I used to have the stake pockets, you know, where you put the board like this, you bolt it through. And it's a great video. You guys should go back and watch that if you haven't seen it, because I go through and I explain why I went through all the trouble to weld on these pockets here where these boards just slide in, and then you can easily just take them out like this. So what you just saw was one of the primary reasons why I went through all the trouble to redo this. When you use these stake pockets, there's a lot of friction right here. They're wedged in there, and so when you go to lift those boards out, it's a booger. It's a booger. You saw how easy I just lifted that board out, and it is proven to be an excellent design. But what surprised me is just how well my my proprietary blend there is for pressure treat. How well it's helped. I mean, some of you guys even commented on the video. I thought that this board would have twisted by now. I thought being out in the weather, they would have twisted, they would have warped. And guys, keep in mind, the only thing that's keeping these boards straight are the end pockets. This little guy you see right here, it's only, you can see how I'm pushing that, that's only on one side. And that's just so when I have a heavy load in here that the board can't blow out and potentially hit my tarp arm here. So my point is that board, as long as it is at 14 feet, is only being held by the little pockets at the end. So you would think by now, if that pressure treat that I put on there wasn't doing anything, they would have started to twist, warp, do something. But both sides are as straight as an arrow. Now, one thing I will tell you is, you know, there's a little bit of, I guess what you would call maybe some mold right there. Yeah, I'm touching it. Guys, come on, all right? Stop being a pansy. Yes, I'm touching it. It's fine, okay? I'm gonna live longer because of it. That's how I beat COVID too. Lots of controversial topics right now. But that's it. I mean, that's the only thing I can tell. Is that related to what I put on here versus like a normal pressure treated wood? I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm in Florida, it's wet, it rains a lot, you know? If this doesn't get in enough sun, which I have it in a shaded area, that's probably why these mold spores are even growing. It's because the wood's getting wet and then it's not drying out by the sun fast enough. So maybe though, because it's not drying fast, it's also a reason it hasn't twisted. I don't know. I'm just sharing this with you guys. I know some of you guys who are, well, let's just say we'd probably enjoy hanging out. Some of you guys shared a lot of your stories with stuff like this, and I would imagine your findings are pretty similar to what I have here. I think there's a reason why old grandpa's fence post, whoops, that was almost bad, hasn't rotted out in 50 years. So, well, if this is all you stuck around for, that's the update. If you want to stick around a little bit longer, I'm going to throw a couple of, well, they're stumps. They're a bunch of stumps I cut off. I've had a ton of trees down, and I'm finally making some more progress. Cut off about 15 stumps. It should be a decent little test for the mini skid. Let's do that next. Well, I was just kidding. I didn't think that would be any test at all, and it wasn't. I still love this machine for what it is. I know there's a lot of haters about them, but that could be my back trying to lug that log over and, or that stump over, I should say. And the truth is, guys, it's just not gonna happen. I mean, that's like a medium one. There's a small one I have. There's a bigger one. There's a real big boy over there. I mean, some of these, I got a steel 251 Farm Boss. Love that chainsaw. I mean, I'd highly recommend it. I really would. But like, it's a 20-inch bar. So like a tree stump like that, I mean, you can't just lop it. You just cannot. So what I figured out is if you run a plunge cut, you know, if you guys got a different way of doing it, you comment below because we could always use help. But I'd run a plunge cut like this through it, and then I would just kind of create a little pie shape. The trick though, is to make sure you keep your bar very flat. And I'll show you why. If you keep that bar perfectly flat, then if you keep that bar perfectly flat, as you spin it around like this, and you go all the way around, then you'll meet back up where you started. That's important, because if you don't, this can happen. So you can see on this one, I went in on a plunge cut here and I went around this way, but I didn't come level with my cut. And so when I came back around here, I came in low, and see where I started and where I finished didn't end up, which meant I had this huge chunk of wood right here still holding that stump on. So, you know, at that point you could just take a little machine like that, or even a truck, and just hook a strap to it, and you can break it. But to get a nice clean cut, you got to get that chainsaw to go all the way around. So guys, bunch more of this to do. I don't want to bore you. I'm not going to repeat all of those on camera, but that's my goal. Get this cleaned up because I really want to start getting this back and groomed. I need to get all of these ground down with a stump. So I think I need to have a professional come do this. There's just too many of them, because I have, sorry, I probably just made you sick there. Because I still have some up in the front. I still have that tree I need to take down, and a couple more down there. By the way, somebody actually wrote on one of my videos, there goes another person messing up the earth. And he may have referred to me by my race, and he may have used words that I don't use. Harsh words. Which I'm not even bothered by that, but I'm thinking, what an idiot. Because the guy didn't even know the story. He doesn't know why I'm doing all this. He doesn't understand that all of these died, just like those died back there, and they're widow makers. They're widow makers, that's what they are. Huge branches fall down and can kill me, can kill one of my children. That's why they're coming down. I'm not just another guy messing up the earth. But no surprise, right? That's the negative world we live in. A lot of you guys are so supportive and awesome, have wonderful things to say, and I appreciate you. If you're new here, hit the like button, watch one of these other videos right here or right here. And most importantly, spend time with your creator. He loves you, he wants to hear from you. I'll see you on the next one.